Hi, I'm Szadek, the founder of Divabetic, and one of the things we like to do is share healthy tips among divas. Coming up is our original Divabetic, Seveda Williams from Brooklyn, New York, who's going to show me, a non-cook, how to make over her favorite recipe. But before we make over the menu, we're going to make over the diva.
No eyeliner. Powder. Yeah. Nice. Go diva. And then just... Hi, Max.
Hey, Seveda, you look fantastic.
Yes, yes. It's the new lifestyle I have going on. I'm exercising now, and I'm eating better. That's why we're going to make a great dish today. Wheat penne with fresh peppers, tomatoes, basils. It's going to be fabulous. And I need you to help me, Max. So the first thing, put down the boa. Put it down, put it down. Pick up the knife.
I'm not a cook, Seveda.
I know, but you can chop, can't you? Grab some peppers. So cut off.
What do you want me to start with?
I want you to turn the pepper here and chop the back off and chop the front off. Watch your fingers, Max. Let me just let you also know that we have a big pot of boiling water going on in the back, bringing water up to a boil because it takes like 10 minutes, so we don't want to interrupt. Now, what you do is you take your knife and go on the inside and cut out the seeds.
I love this knife. It's like ready for Psycho or something.
When you have the proper equipment, cooking can be so much fun. I'm going to grab and chop an onion.
Do you want me to do another one?
I want you to do all the peppers. That would be great.
Okay.
And then once you finish cutting out the middle of that one, you're just going to start making pepper slices. This is home cooking, so it doesn't have to be absolutely perfect. It just needs to taste good. So now you've got the peppers going. I've expertly chopped an onion. I mean, no one could have done it better than that.
Now what am I doing to it?
Now what you're going to do is, I'll take the first one, cut it in half, and then just slice them thin or thick, depending on how you want.
Okay, the whole
pepper, all the peppers, because while you're doing that, this wheat penne takes about 12 minutes to get al dente, so I want to put it in the water now. I gave the pasta a quick stir, Max, because you don't want it to get sticky. There was also a big dose of salt, you know, salt to taste on the inside. You are doing that so well.
I'm enjoying the raw ones too, by the way.
You know, don't play. Half the time, that's why you're not hungry by the time you get to the table. I love this.
I switched knives because I'm not happy with the American Psycho cleaver. That's my first time cooking, but I do like the little...
You're doing an excellent job.
Well, you know, my dad cooks, my brothers cook. I'm the only non-cook. My mom does cook because she's Italian.
But you are Italian, right?
I am. But do I look Italian? So that's why I don't cook. But.
The reason I ask is because I have to chop up some garlic and we have to slice tomato. And I think as a true Italian, Max, the garlic should be yours.
All right, I've never done garlic, so
I know,
I'm willing to do it.
But you have to go back to that cleaver thing again. So
oh, I do? Okay.
You do. Okay, so I'm going to give you a couple of cloves of garlic. You're going to take your big knife and you're going to smash down. And then you take the back of your knife and you just keep working it.
Is that what you're doing?
Seesaw, baby.
I don't know what you're doing.
Hold the front of your knife down. Look. Right, there you go, baby. Right.
I want to work my hips with it. I'm going to make this a 20-minute garlic go-go routine. Go.
And there's some cardio involved in this. So chop that garlic, baby. Cooking is fun with Max. You're doing so well.
Is this a lot or a little garlic?
No, it's seriously. A lot of garlic, but we like garlic.
Well, I mean, it's all about adding more flavor, right?
Because here's the deal. I'll have less pasta, more vegetables.
Got it.
But it all has to be really flavorful.
Oh, so is your trick that you're just going to talk and I'm going to cook? Come on, help me out.
You could be.
What am I doing next? This is not lectures with Seveda.
I'm going to turn on our little skillet here, start to get that a little warm.
Okay, so
excellent with that.
Thank you.
Max, tomatoes.
Tomatoes.
Tomatoes. You can start by quartering them.
I remember from one of my chopping stations that I had to get rid of the stem like a strawberry. Is that true or false?
That's true. You can definitely do that. While you're doing that, I'm going to add
and I could actually use a cleaver, I think. Just in 4, because it seems like it wants to go 8.
Feel free. And so now I have the olive oil on, heating up. But in the meantime, our pasta is ready. So let's go in here. You grab the pasta part, we have a strainer in there.
Okay. I'm Italian. I know what this. I know how pasta works, people.
Max, you know what? If you would just run just a little bit of cold water over that just so it can stop cooking and it won't get sticky, I'll be back over here. I rolled some fresh basil and now I'm just gonna slice it. We're gonna add that later. You know, fresh ingredients are the absolute best, but if you don't have the fresh ones, you can use dried. Okay, so now the olive oil is heating up. Why don't you go ahead and start adding the peppers?
Just the peppers?
Just the peppers, because they take a little longer to cook than the other vegetables.
It's very festive.
Very festive.
So I've got my tomatoes cut, and I've got my garlic cut, and I've got my onions cut.
I want you to throw the onions on in here. Let's start sweating them. Do you smell all of that?
I think it smells and looks wonderful.
Now these have all started to cook down, and they're nice and tender.
Okay.
So toss in the garlic, because we want that to start getting fragrant
with the cleaver.
With the cleaver, you're doing amazing things.
All the garlic with the cleaver.
We're gonna put in a pinch of salt. Can you put a pinch of salt in here? While that's cooking down a little bit, what we want you to do is, why don't you grab the shrimp? And today, for this recipe, we're using shrimp, which we've purchased deveined and clean already, because we're divas, we don't have to do every step.
And they'll do that for you right at the market?
At the market.
Okay.
So you want to toss those in here. Oh, and you're going to be all tender and put them in individually?
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead, Max. Do your thing.
Well, they're all...
Oh, yeah. Just show them a little love.
All right. I don't know.
Shrimp takes really 3-4 minutes tops. It's going to all cook down together very quickly, so you don't have to worry about it. I'm going to go ahead and add your tomatoes. I don't want the tomatoes to stew or anything. I just want them to heat through.
So is this about 2 minutes from being done?
Absolutely.
How do you know when your shrimp's done?
They turn completely pink and they're firm. And while you're doing that, we're going to put a little fresh black pepper in there.
Oh, I love black pepper.
Love, love, love. A couple of twists. Okay, and so we're going to add just a little bit of butter. Substitute, Max. It's butter substitute. Now our last ingredient, which is just some fresh basil, which we're going to put in there.
And now is that done? That shrimp's done?
That shrimp is done. And we don't want to overcook the shrimp, because what happens when you overcook shrimp is it becomes a little chewy. Look at that, Max. Look at how pretty all of that looks in there. Aren't you inspired?
No, I thought it was pretty easy, everybody.
I know. It's pasta. It's fun. I have a great time in the kitchen with you. We got some information. I got to model and show off my new physique. I'm saying. So,
here's my pasta. All whole wheat pasta. And now I'm pouring it over.
And if you want to get really special with this,
which I do.
We have a little cheese we can grate on top.
Oh, all right, let's do that.
Are you down for the cheese?
Yes, I am.
Excellent.
It's about going diva in the kitchen, everybody.
Wedge of cheese. Do you love it?
Yes, I do. I do love cheese.
And as your last kitchen task.
Okay.
There you go. Now hold it high, Max, and make a mountain of cheese.
Well, there you go.
Max.
So here we made over the diva, and we made over the menu.
And I think we made over the man. I think you won't be shy about getting in the kitchen ever again. You need to taste this. Healthy.
All right. To eating healthy. I'm going to have a piece of shrimp.
I want
That's what I want.
Oh, perfect.
It is really good.
The pasta is al dente.
Well, try this, everybody. I think it's a great recipe from Divabetic and our original diva, Seveda Williams.
Thanks, Max. Good luck.